Greetings, my friends, and welcome back to my garden. Thank you for joining me on such a lovely spring evening. You know, May and October are my favorite months in Southwest Florida. The tourists are gone, the weather is spectacular, and you have the place to yourself. And what I like especially about May is the garden looks spectacular. Let me show you everything that's blooming. See these flowers? I planted these last year. They reseeded themselves and they're flushed out all over again. I've got several varieties of Bromeliads on the property. They are all different colors. They send out beautiful flowers, shoots that come out from the center of the plant, and they're very easy to take care of. There's a sprinkler system on the property, so all these things get watered automatically. These red plants are called Thai plants. They're very easy to propagate. You just cut it right there. You stick this part in the ground, and wherever you cut it on the stalk, new shoots will come out to form new branches. See that blue container? About 12 years ago, I planted this rose bush in it. It blooms almost continuously. Now, not too long ago, I really cut it back. And look how it has flushed out. I'm going to have so many roses on it very soon. The roses are a very small flower. They're pink. They have single petals, kind of like an old rose. And right next to it are ground orchids. And these are just beginning to bloom. They come up every year, and this corner is full of ground orchids. Over here are more bromeliads, and also these are ornamental ginger plants. They're just starting to emerge. They bloom in the summer, die back in the fall. They have the most spectacular flower. It's almost like a flower within a flower. Totally ornamental. You can't eat them. They have no fragrance, just tremendous beauty. Now over here is a Plumeria tree, also called a frangipani. It's in blossom right now, pink flowers, very fragrant. These are the flowers that Hawaiian leis are made from, and this is one of two Plumerias that I have on the property. This one, there are several orchids mounted in it. These orchids will bloom in the fall. These are called Louise, and they are a pretty little magenta flower. More bromeliads. And over in the orchid pergola, I have several orchids that are in bloom, and I would like to show those to you. This orchid pergola has an automatic sprinkler system. It comes on every morning for about 5 minutes. And the orchids I have in it are all either mounted or they're potted in media that drains extremely well, because they do, like I said, get watered every morning, so they have to handle that. This is called a Prosthechea cochleata, also called a clamshell orchid. It comes from Brazil and South America. It even grows wild in the Florida Everglades. The one right next to it is a Maxillaria tenuifolia, also called a coconut orchid. Why? Because it smells just like a coconut. About a year ago, I mounted it on this piece of cypress. It's doing very well because it's blooming, so it's very happy. See, it's got these tiny little roots. Yeah, it needs a lot of water every day. That's why I have the roots packed with sphagnum moss, just to give it a little more moisture next to the roots. Over here is the second Plumeria tree, also in full bloom. and several orchids mounted in it. These are Dendrobium. They're all sending out new canes. It's on the new growth where the flowers happen. So when you see new growth on your orchids, flowers are just behind. This is another cutting of that My Kai Louise that was on the other frangipani. Yeah, this will bloom in November. And down at the base of this tree, I have two other orchids. They're just really catching on now. See how those roots are starting to mount themselves to the tree? And see the new shoot that's come out? And also on this one down here. Beautiful succulents, given to me by a dear friend who had to downsize to a condo and could not take these lovely plants with her. Oh, thank you, Kim. I want you to know that they're doing very well, sending out new shoots. They love their new home and their new family. They're among friends. Let's walk to the back. Oh, it's a beautiful time of evening. Sun is just beginning to set. It's a wonderful temperature. You see this corner? That was bare 1 year ago. Look how it's filled in. All these plants I put here, they all take care of themselves. Spider plant, yes, house plant, spider plant. That's exactly what that is. And look how well it's doing. Chives, French sorrel, more bromeliads. And on this sable palm tree are mounted several different types of orchids. Two of them were blooming earlier this year. I have a little garden maintenance area back here. Actually, there's a garden maintenance area on all four corners because I like to have water available if I need it. We're on a canal that goes out into the Gulf of Mexico. Our back and side yards are totally private with palm trees. They need no care. Pick up a dead frond now and then, that's about it. All of this back here is all maintenance free. The way to the Gulf. Thank you, friends, for stopping by. I wish you a lovely evening. Bye now.